Hello, everyone, and welcome to Old World Tech Friday, Sunday edition.
I really got to update that video. That 10-second countdown is like 5.3 seconds. It's not 10 seconds.
They're New York minute.
That's right. How is everyone this evening?
Doing great. Things are great.
Awesome.
I'm ecstatic.
You can tell by this stack of big box software.
I love that. Santa was good to you, I see.
No.
Haggling on Facebook Marketplace was
yes. Haggling with people did okay.
Nice.
I know what I have.
Yeah. I'm sure you do.
I don't see the complimentary polka dot blanket that came with it.
Oh no, that's over there.
I like that one. It changes from Windows minutes as per the installer.
Yes, Microsoft
yes,
minutes.
Exactly.
Although
I got in trouble for writing something like that once into a payroll program I was writing, where it estimated after each, employee got calculated.
Question: did it take the leftover pennies and half a pennies and put it into a separate?
I'll never tell.
Okay. Did they steal your stapler and then put you in the sub basement?
Next to the furnace.
Excuse me, that is my stapler.
Somebody got it. Okay, yeah, it's an Office Space reference.
Oh, that was such a good movie.
Great movie.
I did not burn the building down. That was not me.
But you are admitting the building did burn down. I will give them credit though. Microsoft, going back to Microsoft, the Windows 11 installer now, it's like less than 10 minutes on modern hardware. It's pretty quick.
Have you seen that thing where it's like that Windows 98 turbo installer thing? You can install like Windows 98 in like 7 seconds or something like that on a modern hardware. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's got all the I didn't understand that this was a thing, but Joe pointed it out to me that it's like there are wait states built into the installer to accommodate older machines, but it does not take into account anything else about your machine. It just knows that when you hit this point, you have to wait 8 minutes or something like that. Like that step has to take 8 minutes.
Interesting.
Yeah, but somebody has gone through and stripped all that out. I
feel like it was a Microsoft executive. Like, well, we paid to have all these slides about the features of the new Windows. We paid a lot of money to the graphic design people. We should probably let people actually read what they've written.
And I don't recall, but I think Joe said it had something to do with like making accommodations for the lowest end hardware, because it was like somebody must have done a test, and on like a 386 DX40 or whatever, like the lowest supported configuration was, that they're like the auto detect or something takes. Like you had to give it extra time, so everybody gets extra time.
Yeah.
That makes sense, though.
I had a 386 that I installed Windows. I don't even remember what version it was. And I had a very early 1X CD-ROM drive. And it looked like the program wouldn't install. It hung for about 15 minutes, and then it would continue.
Yeah.
Trying to recognize the drive or something.
Yeah, that's crazy. I do remember playing some old DOS games, and like if you didn't have your smart drive settings correct, like you wanted to set your smart drive stuff just for the install, so that way you had caching, and then when you got to the game to make sure you had enough RAM to actually run the dang game, you had to turn all that crap off.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's kind of funny how we've all kind of come back. I know that Microsoft is very nervous about Steam OS. And such a point that they've actually developed a new handheld version of Windows 11 that's specifically for gaming handhelds. It turns off a whole pile of stuff when it first boots into Steam or boots into the Epic Game Library or whatever gaming platform you're using, but it actually turns off a bunch of features to make sure that you get that extra 2.5 FPS.
That's good. So you could use that on your desktop then?
No, it's...
No,
I mean, I'm sure somebody will have figured it out, but no.
Yeah.
I think that Microsoft should offer a version of Windows product line that is like more like LTSC. It doesn't necessarily have to have the support length, but it does need to have we have stripped out Windows Store. We have even removed browser and media player and things like that. I mean, they have to do that in Europe.
Yeah.
But clearly, there are SKUs that are for
So-
no browser,
Mhm.
no media player, all of that to comply with European copyright law. And or
They could call it the money edition.
Actually, I
Just
use
something a little svelte.
I use a little piece of software called the Windows 11 debloater. It's a PowerShell script.
Yes.
It just uninstalls everything, and it works great. I find it's very quick and seems reputable. It's on GitHub, so I can imagine it's been at least verified by somebody.
Yes.
And it allows you to uninstall as much as you want or as minimum as you want.
Hmm.
I prefer the, global thermonuclear warp stand, I guess, where everything gets nuked.
Yeah.
Or just like Joe says, or not Joe, sorry, Gut Bomb. Just use Mac OS. It's fantastic.
I agree. It is pretty great.
Yeah.
And as an owner of an iPhone, an iPad, an iWatch, an iToilet, eyeglasses, I feel like it integrates with everything correctly.
Mhm.
And
You could just strip your machine down and install Windows 2000 again.
Yeah.
It was pretty stable.
It was all right.
it was all right.
I had NT4 workstation at work for like a very long time.
Longer than you should have.
Yeah. Like I just remember when they patched or somebody had patched in FAT32 support.
Right.
And I was like, yeah.
Yes, it lives for a little bit longer.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Windows NT4 workstation.
It
Now,
was
did you-
great. It was
Did
great.
you find trouble installing things? Like, did you have trouble with software not functioning properly?
No, it was still 32-bit, so
Yeah.
and it still had the 16-bit underpinning, so most things just worked.
Okay.
The big thing was there's no DirectX support, so there's really no games.
Correct.
But if you wanted a rock solid workstation,
Mm-hmm.
it was the only game in town that had Windows OS support.
Yeah.
Or Windows app support in a meaningful way. Yes, you could run OS2 Warp, you could do a lot of
No
things.
DOS.
You could get somebody to like get Slackware running on your machine with like a million wine plugins and do stuff, but ain't nobody got time for that.
I remember the first time I experienced Slackware, I compiled everything from scratch. It was the first and last time I've ever done it. I was like, okay, got that.
Slackware was my first Linux
I got
OS.
Got that hat, put it on. Never going to put it on again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Writing your own X settings for the monitor you had, and I got it to work in black and white and then gave up.
I think I've told the story before, but my first OS was Red Hat, and I had it on my Windows. I think it was originally a 98 machine, and it was like a 133 Pentium 1 maybe, or a 166 Pentium 1. And I remember installing Red Hat, realizing that my Win modem didn't work with Red Hat, reinstalling Windows, going on the internet, figuring out some stuff to try in Red Hat, reinstalling Red Hat, trying those things. It's not working. Reinstall Windows.
It sounds similar to my last couple of weeks coding.
Sounds right. Hey, let me ask you this.
Sure.
What was the topic of discussion for this evening? I think we had settled on something rather good.
Yeah, I think you said something about a year in review.
Yes. Just basically how your 2025 went, what you're wanting to do in 2026, and maybe name a really nice thing that happened to you in the hobby in 2025.
Thinking.
Oh, Frank.
Yeah, you're first, Frank.
So, it's been an extremely busy year. A lot of things going on with work and home and everything else. So, I'm just excited to be a part of the hobby and of the community. There's a lot of great, knowledgeable people out there. There's been so many cool things that have come out this year by a lot of good people. And it's exciting to take part and be a part of that. I got quite a few different things this year. I've expanded a lot on my Amiga collection and some of my older PC collection from 286 up over here on the shelves.
Nice.
It's been really cool playing with some of the stuff that we used to, when I was younger, and get back into some of that. I wish I had more time to take part in a lot of things. I know this year, due to being so busy, it's been difficult to find time, which is why essentially we're on Sundays now. It just not just myself. It kind of worked out a little bit easier for everybody.
Agreed.
Friday evenings tend to be extremely busy for us all. Trying to think. I didn't get to go to any of the, VCFs or any of that kind of stuff this year. I'm hoping to this coming year.
I hope so too.
So I guess if any, it'd be probably Midwest, since that seems to be the biggest consortium of people from across the U.S. and abroad.
It is the superb owl.
Yes. So if you had to pick one, I believe that's probably the most worthwhile, to go to for sure. So I'm hoping to do that this coming year, if at all possible. Trying to think of what else. I don't know if I have anything else. What was the other things that I didn't cover?
So basically, that was what you've kind of done in 2025. Yep. It was what you're looking forward to doing in 2026.
Yep. Covered
and
that.
And then something really nice that happened to you in the hobby in 2025.
Really just getting to meet more people in the community and hang out with you guys and have fun talking, whether it's on a stream like this or Dave's or, anybody else who streams regularly, or just backstage on Discord. There's a lot of good conversations and conversations and topics that come up, that way as well. So very thankful and happy for all you guys.
Same.
Agreed.
Well, let's go anti-clockwise, as they say in places that aren't the United States. Ryan.
Damn it. I was trying to put myself where Ron was.
Yeah. Whoopsie.
We don't have enough people for Hollywood Squares. There's no center square.
You're very loud up there.
I know.
What were the questions again? Sorry.
Who is your dad and what does he do?
Yeah. And it is a tumor.
The
question is this.
It's not.
The question was this is, what did you get done in 2025? What are you looking forward to doing in 2026?
Okay.
And name a nice thing that happened to you in the community in 2025.
Okay, sorry. I was going to do Ray Finkel. What do you know about Ray Finkel, and do it all in one breath? 2025 has been a year of acquiring projects, but maybe not finishing them. So I feel like I've picked up a bunch of new projects that need to be done, and that maybe not enough drinking. That's the problem. And I guess 2026 is probably going to be finishing the projects I picked up in 2025. There's a couple of machines that I'm kind of trying to get finished. And on top of that, we did a pile of renos in my house this year. So it's been very busy with renos. So my time for vintage computers has kind of gone to the wayside a little bit. And it's been a lot more focused on, making sure there's a bathroom with a toilet, because that's important. No matter what anybody tells you, that is very important. And then on the automotive side, I've got a bunch of projects that I've just recently purchased a new vehicle for myself as sort of a project. And I haven't finished the other project that's still in the garage. So there was a lot of back and forth on whether or not one was going to supersede the other. But I've decided that the van is going to be finished first, and then the new car will be worked on secondary. So that'll be a 2026 project. So hopefully by May, I will be driving both. And nice. What else? What else has 2025 brought? I've officially watched K-pop Demon Hunters tonight. So
I saw that.
Very well versed in all things Korean K-pop now.
You're all juiced in on what 6 and 7 mean. Great.
Correct. Although that's not related to K-pop Demon Hunters.
I'm just saying young people. Young people.
Yes.
It does get annoying.
It is very annoying. I've banned it from my classroom. What else? What has happened? I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to go to VCF Midwest this year. I know I've said this several times. And I was kind of sad not to see you wonderful people. But I am looking forward to VCF Montreal, which is in, I think, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks?
Yep.
4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks. So I've got my tickets booked. I've got to book my car rental now. One of our local lads, Mark, is coming up with me, so it should be a good bit of fun. We're bringing a little bit of a Newfoundland contingency, so that's going to be exciting. And I look forward to seeing a sort of new VCF event for the first time.
Yeah.
I know it's happened in the past. They've had VCF Montreal before, or at least something similar. And this is sort of like a rebirth for it. So I'm kind of interested to see how it is and how it differs from Midwest, because every one of them obviously has their own sort of little flair and fun.
Right.
So I'm looking, and the most important thing I'm looking forward to is giving Tom Barber his suitcase that I didn't get to give him this year. So hopefully Tom is still going, because then I can use that suitcase. It's actually a Betamax camera case from a 1980s Betamax camera.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to stuff it full of stuff to give away at VCF and then give it to Tom so that I don't have to take it home. It's going to be a good system. So yeah,
Nice.
that's what I'm excited for.
Wonderful.
I don't have the recipe, but if I did, you'd be the first to find out.
Well, I would say that kind of my big thing that I accomplished this year is I have done a lot on my channel to try to figure out what it is I want to do in a more consistent way. I had a good time at VCF Midwest this year. I was not able to make it to East, unfortunately. Last couple of years I've gone to East and Midwest. I really wanted to try to make it to Southwest this year. It didn't work out. I really wanted to try to make it to SoCal. Didn't work out. Really wanted to make it to Kansas Fest. That did not work out. So hopefully, 2026 will be better on that front. But what the dead short. Yes. I need to get back into doing a little bit of that. But the big thing that I tried to start doing on the channel more was something that I really enjoy, which is kind of talking to people that do things inside our hobby and do things inside adventure gaming. I'm a big adventure gaming fan. This is the year that I also started getting a little bit more serious about collecting on this. There are a lot of these things that I've had and had them for a good number of years, but I just they sat in boxes. And so what I decided to do is get them out of the boxes and start enjoying them. So thank you, Garth. That's very kind of you to say. And so I've been talking to more and more people that are movers and shakers in the the adventure gaming kind of community, and had a lot of fun with that. Something that I'd really like to do in 2026 is I'd like to continue with my interviewing and things like that. I'd like to continue helping RRR keep getting a good guess for their interviews, which that's hard at times to get people that you would think that the audience would like to see, people that have a little bit of notoriety but are actually able to make the date and time that we do recordings. So it is a challenge. So I would say maybe one of the nicest things that happened to me this year was a gentleman that I've gotten to be friends with now. His name is Jason. He at VCF Midwest this year, I did a video about this, but it was basically I was sitting there, and I was very lucky. I got to have lunch with Kate and with John Calhoun from Soft Dorothy Software, and so we were just sitting there chatting. And Jason came up and he introduced himself, and he was like, "Hey, here's that copy of Creepy Castle, which is like my favorite old Mac game." And I was like, "Oh, this is so great. Let me take some pictures of it or whatever. We've got some people with some really nice camera rigs and stuff like that." And he was like, "Oh no, you can just have it." So I've been the recipient of a lot of people's goodwill and largesse to the point where I could never possibly pay it back. So I just try to do nice things when I can, and if I can help people do things, I will just continue to do that. So But that's the quick version of my 2025 and what I'd like to do in 2026 and some nice things that happened this year. Again, many thanks to Frank as the founder of this feast for keeping the show going. I think that it was a really good decision that we made to I say we made. I kind of was like, we just need to do this.
Yes.
So I appreciate everybody just going along for the ride and trusting me that we could do this on Sundays in a more consistent way and still find an audience and still reach people that want to come in and hang out with us and all that. So yes. We did Mike did bring up some stuff that did happen here. Here, I'm gonna make myself small again. Mike did just mention some stuff that happened. We did lose quite a few people this year. Burger Becky comes to mind, and Adam the Woo. I know a lot of people followed his travel channel. So, but yeah, it was a tough year for people in the hobby. And I know that we did an episode. We talked about legacy. We talked about how to help your family when they eventually have to kind of take a look at your collection and think about what your legacy in the hobby was and things like that. So yeah, it's been something else.
It's been a year.
It has been.
Yep.
Yes, it has.
So what are you looking forward to next year, Ron?
Oh, next year? I'm sorry. I'm really looking forward to a in-person Kansas Fest. It'll be back in Springfield, Illinois. I think it's the third week of July. It's kansasfest.org. You can go out there and check that out. So it's been a lot of fun working with those guys. I'm really looking forward to next year. They're going to have another adventure gaming fanfare. It'll probably be potentially, last time it was held in the Seattle, Washington area. It might be held out there again. I don't know. But this year they're going to have another one of those, and that's always a good time because they have people like Ken and Roberta Williams and Al Lowe and famous YouTuber people. They had Space Quest Historian there. They had Metal Jesus. They had all kinds of people that are kind of in that scene. I would love to go and visit that. I know that they're talking about having a museum that's going to start. That's like a big box gaming museum that's going to start in the United States, hopefully in the next year or so. If that gets going in 2026, I'd love to go and visit that. And then I want to keep doing more interviews, and I want to get out, and I want to keep collecting and doing fun things and helping people out. And maybe one of the things I want to try to do is pare back on some stuff, because I've got some equipment that I'm just holding on to that I would love to find homes for it. So
yeah. Oh, I'm next.
Yes.
So I kind of went incognito for quite a bit of 2025. Didn't do a lot of YouTubing. There was some silly game that I was working on that took up a lot of my time.
I don't know how silly it was. It was a lot of fun. I need to complete it.
This game. So
yes.
This was the thing that, I was really proud to have gotten this out and finished it, and so I could move on from that. Recently started getting back at, pushing myself to get back into doing YouTube videos. So I was on Saturday morning with a question mark. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, and still managed to talk for an hour. So
yeah.
See, Eric, when you did that stream, I thought it was an entire episode about the Riddler from Batman.
No.
And I got really sad when it wasn't.
Yeah. No, I was going to do like, what does the Japanese on this say? I have no idea, kind of thing. But I think it says premium. Oh yeah, I cut my beard and hair because it was long overdue. My wife thanked me. Didn't pressure me to do it or anything, but she did so. Oh my God, thank God. Thank you.
I mean, the weekly, gift certificates to Supercuts.
Yeah, something like
probably a sign.
the shears at 2 a.m. in the middle of the night, just making that noise. So, no, so I did that. I kind of went back into, I decided last year late that I was going to learn how to do Macintosh C programming for the 68K and PowerPC. And so I've been beating my head against a brick wall on that for a while and made some progress today. So I was happy with that.
Awesome.
And for next year, what I'm looking for, VCF, of course, because that's the creme de la creme. We all really enjoy that event and seeing everybody in person.
And because he watches, I want to say many, many thanks to our friend, Jim Leonard, for being our friend and putting up with us.
Yes. And he's taking a much deserved break too.
Yes.
If I understand.
Yes.
So.
Good for him. Yes.
But I'm going to prepare for VCF. I'll probably just sell machines this year at a table. I'm got concepts of a plan for my next game, but I'm not setting a date. I kind of burned out a bit trying to get ready for September. So, so I've got that to look forward to next year, work on that, some other C programming shenanigans. And yeah.
Do you know every time you say the word shenanigan, Sean from Action Retro gets $1?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to stop saying that. He's got way too many dollars.
He's got lots of
You
dollars.
get to talk the dollars though, because if you can do that, I'm all in.
You can install Linux on the dollars. It's very impressive.
Like tuck him into the guitar strings on his bass. I don't know what you guys were thinking.
I was thinking something inappropriate, but okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, gentlemen, it's been one hell of a year for
It has
sure.
been.
It's had its ups, it has its downs, but it's been fun. Is there anything that's about to happen or that's coming up in the next couple of weeks that anybody's super excited for? I don't know, in maybe 3 months' time. Is there a special month?
I did.
There is.
Acquire something for that.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
A network switch?
It's
Nice.
an Asante print.
Oh.
So you can host a image writer on your Ethernet network.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
Yeah, bridge. Local talk bridge.
Yep.
Very nice. That's what Ryan very nicely sent me one. And I have it on the shelf over here. Unfortunately, you can't, once you're attached to it, you can't change the name of the zone. It wants your network to be completely flat. So it's like, it works perfect if it is the second you connect to Global Talk, it black holes, which is super sad. But I bought an iPrint and I hooked that up last year and was able to use that. So I spent like $400 when I could have just bought a Raspberry Pi.
Right.
So I spent like a ton of money and finally got something that does work. So I'm looking forward to it.
What is an iPrint?
If you think about, there was a point where everything is iMac, iPod,
turn of the century.
So there's a company, they made a little thing. It's called the iPrint, which is all it was like marketed to people that owned newer Macs, so that you could over local talk print to over printers. Ethernet your local talk compatible printers.
That's pretty cool.
So it's just a printer bridge. It doesn't do anything fancy, but I was able to plug it into my local talk card, or actually if anything behind it'll just forward the traffic too. So if you do have workstations behind it'll do it. It's not on the box that it'll do it, but you could plug a regular machine that just supports local talk and it'll do it.
Yeah, the micro print, the Asante thing, it actually says it doesn't support doing sharing for workstations, but the documentation shows a workstation on the network.
Yeah.
So I'll try it and see if it works. There's management software that comes with it too that allows you to fiddle around with things like the zone and naming stuff, and so I might mess around with that. But it just works, and I kind of like that.
Marchitosh in a few weeks. I suppose
It really
you
is.
could say it's in a few weeks. I mean,
And I'm
January,
Here before you know it.
yeah, 2-3 months, you're there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually I'm preparing the day before.
Usually, I'm taking a computer out of storage that has failed to replace another computer that has failed,
Yeah.
because that's how Marchitosh works for me. So I don't know what I'm going to have this year. I'm actually looking forward to some power supply replacements that may or may not be.
They're coming.
out.
They're coming.
Didn't
they
I
be
tell
here?
you they're in a shipping pod on their way across the
Oh,
U.S. right
right,
now?
right. Yeah, your brother's
That's it.
shipping.
That's right.
They have to
My cousin- my
transfer
cousin
to the
Vinny.
North Pole, to get to you.
I guess you could say it's been basically 2 years now since that whole event.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that was like
Yeah.
early January when the
Yes.
facade fell and the Gondor lit the beacons.
Yes. I know.
Ooh.
I'm looking forward to this in no way copyright infringing Gatorade thing.
Yes.
The Power Pig. You should have seen the early designs. The Power Pig is coming.
Nice.
But yeah, it's got a connector, an 8-pin DIN connector, so that you can only put the cable in one way,
Nice.
so you can't mess it up.
Yeah.
But there are separate cables that you can buy that connect to various machines, and the list is growing. I actually had to create a spreadsheet so that I can keep track of what ones I've already got in the design versus what I want to still add to it. But yes, the 3D printing of the cases is done. I bought some of those heat inserts.
Yep.
That you heat up with the little iron to put in. So I just got to put them together, and then they're ready to go. I've
Very
got all
nice.
the parts here to do it. I just got to sit down and put them together so I can get them out to Joe to list on jcm-1.com.
Well, I'm excited.
Yeah, I believe that, Chris. Spreadsheets are getting bigger and bigger these days. They add so much stuff into spreadsheets.
Sure, they do.
Yes, it's a bit overwhelming.
They're their own database at this point. There's no need for an Access database anymore. You can just do it all inside Excel.
That's a word I haven't heard in a long time. Access database.
They still make it.
Oh, I know they do, but you very rarely hear anybody talk about it anymore.
Oh,
yep.
I think Eric.
If anybody wants Access 1.0, I have it available.
But you know what? Hang on a second, because that would go great with my Microsoft Excel. My original box set of that. Actually, I think I got this from Trina.
I think you did, actually.
Nice.
I'm almost positive Trina mailed me this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This Microsoft Excel. But this one's for Mac.
Oh, okay.
Well, the first one was for Mac.
I don't know why someone threw perfectly good software away. It was at the free pile at VCF.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I love box software.
I'm pretty sure the first version of Excel was for Mac. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It was
I feel like it was like a year or more before it became a PC software.
Yes, it was a Macintosh product originally.
That's fantastic.
Funny how Microsoft has a history doing that, eh? That Halo, the entire Bungie corporation.
Mm-hmm. Actually, there's a funny story about Excel kind of in the original development of all of that, because there was somebody at Apple that developed a little thing called Switcher that allowed you to actually multitask between different applications and stuff. And Microsoft Excel had so many shortcuts and key combinations that there was literally nothing free for them to use. So they had to convince Microsoft that it was like, you're just going to have to give us like the tiniest bit of space here, because Microsoft coming from the DOS environment, you had to think, what was the big word processor for DOS forever? There's two of them.
WordStar.
Yes, that one's good. WordPerfect 5.1. That's it's all those commands. If you remember all the keyboard overlays you had to have for those to know all the shortcuts and everything like that. So it's Yep. WordPerfect 5.1 WordStar.
There's something actually. One of my coworkers to this day says that Word doesn't do that WordPerfect did better, and that's reveal codes. You used to be able to like use the reveal codes to see where the formatting problems were.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
It was super useful.
Mhm. Yeah.
But Word doesn't do anything like that.
No, it's
Like,
all
oh,
it does is if you insert. I love the meme where you insert a image. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of software, random question. I
Shoot.
finally got a copy, and I paid more than I'd probably like to admit, of Mac OS 7.6 boxed version that's not in Spanish.
Wow. Nice. That's not in Spanish.
Yes, for some reason, those
Weird
ones are plentiful.
qualifier, but
you can find those ones everywhere, the ones in Espanol. But the
see.
regular English version, they're hard to find a box set because on my shelves over here, I can't really see very
the
well.
rare like pan shot of the rest of
well,
stuff.
I've got systems, so I've got the Mac OS software box sets all the way back to 6. So I've got 6, 7, 7, 5, 8, 8,
6,
5,
7?
9, all that. Yeah, don't
6,
swear.
7. Yeah.
So
That's
anyway,
passe now.
but 7.6 has been the one that I've had the hardest time finding, and I finally got it. It'll be here Wednesday.
Interesting.
It's on the way, but for some reason, I didn't know if you guys knew. For some reason, 7.6, I can only find it in Spanish, but I finally found the English copy.
Now,
Set.
are you sure the website you were looking at wasn't being instantly translated by
No,
some
it
AI?
wasn't. I double checked, and I had them
They'll
send
be
me
sharpied out, and then
I had them
English
send me
written on it.
pictures. They didn't cross out Espanol and write English. You know, nothing. So I don't know. I didn't know if you guys knew. Is there a reason why 7.6 is so hard to find? Did they not have very many box sets of it? Like I don't know.
You have to think
Does anyone know?
it's I would say this without having any insider knowledge. It was a stopgap product that Apple was already talking about how System 8 was going to be here in no time. So I'm sure that it already had a limited number of people buying it. Most of the people that bought it were probably schools. They got shoved in the back of a file cabinet somewhere and eventually were just tossed.
Yeah, so, that makes sense.
But yeah, they probably had a warehouse full of Espanol versions, and that is what is now leaking out to collectors.
So. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Was that the jump between clones and non-clones?
Yeah, that's
that was
also
around the same time.
Tail end. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think
Bomb's correct. He's saying the same thing.
7.6 shipped on a lot of like the Star Max and stuff like that. UMax. I think I have some original System Restore discs for like the UMax, the one I have over there. And it is 7.6. They all came from yes. The counterpart across the border. Yes, that's exactly where they came from. But yeah, for some reason that's the one. I don't know if any of you noticed this. When I pick up something that I want to do, I tend to go way down the rabbit hole, and I've got to have all of them.
You don't
not at all.
I know. That's why I keep building additions to this shed.
Yeah, I've not noticed that about you.
I think Frank's going to end up like that old lady who was like the heir to the Winchester fortune. Just kept building
all the
onto
doors
the house.
everywhere. All the random doors that go nowhere.
Instead of just trying to escape the spirits of all the things her husband's weapons killed, Frank will just have big box software.
That's it. It'll be everywhere. But yeah, I'm a completionist. Like it drives me nuts, and I tend to fixate on the things that are missing. Yes, yeah, Chris is right. The guy who keeps asking me for LTE 5000s you don't have. Yes, there's only a couple I do not have. And again, I had to make a spreadsheet. You can ask Ron. Same thing with PowerBooks. Yeah. I had to make a spreadsheet because I kept buying the same one over and over.
The one, now, Frank, the one you definitely don't have yet, at least I don't think you do, is an LPGA PowerBook.
I don't. I have that one with the blue bottom, but
yeah.
That one wasn't the LPGA one now.
Yeah. Keep in mind there are two LPGA laptops or JLPGA rather.
Sorry, Japanese.
Because that first one is the multicolored crazy one, and then the second one is just like a PowerBook 170, but it has like a brass plate or brass little label kind of plaque thing on the lid, and then when you open it up, it has leather palm rests on it.
Very bougie.
Yeah, very bougie. I will say that nobody talks about that second one because it's. I think that after the first one, they were like, "Yikes! I don't know who wants this." You know, with all the colors.
Talking about PowerBooks real quick, I saw that you had commented on it, Ron, but that is the worst vinegaring screen I have ever seen. That guy who posted on Facebook this past week.
I would just say put it in storage for another 5 years.
Yeah,
because it'll delaminate itself and just go bloop, pop off, and then you can do whatever you want. But
I honestly thought it was in a fire. Like when I first saw the photo of it, I was like, "Is that melted from fire?" That's how bad the screen digitizer.
It was a PowerBook 150, and those are especially bad. The polarizers fail on those, and the problem is that screen has I'm sure Tech Knight could say it better than I can, but that screen has a lot of very specific things with it. It's cheaper than the cheapest ones that they put in, like the PowerBook 140 and all the dual scan LCDs. The problem with it is that the polarizer angle is kind of strange, and all of the ones that use that angle are actually for color displays. So even if you buy one, you would have to buy a really large one to accommodate the fact that it's not going to be square and just stick it on there. You're going to have to turn it. So you've got to actually take that into account for how big of a polarizer you buy. So you're wasting a ton of polarizer on that. And then on top of that, they're all made for color displays.
Right.
So when you put it on this black and white, dual scan kind of display, it's going to look weird. So it's almost like just find one that's working and use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, between Ron and Tech Knight, all of my PowerBooks have been recapped and are fully functional. Both of them are fantastic with PowerBooks. Anything PowerBook related, wealth of knowledge there.
Yeah, I know a lot of stuff. Tech Knight's got all the technical sort of stuff to the repair stuff. So
he's fantastic.
He's a smart guy. I wish that he could get like an engineering job somewhere, but then that would mean that he would not be able to do anything for the community, which is he'd probably be so busy like designing something, for some big corporation, we'd never see him again.
And he's gone.
Yeah.
Just trying to find a picture of that screen, but it's gone.
Yeah, it's imagine this. Imagine it like shrinky dinked. So if you could imagine like the screen, the polarizer delaminated all along the edge and has shrunk and warped. Yeah. So it's shrinky dinked. And I bet if you just left it for like another year or two, it would just like boop, it just pop off.
Fall right off.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently there's a JLPGA one available on eBay right now.
Yeah.
For $1 million
red-blooded eagle bucks. I have no doubt, because what's his face was selling it for years.
That's probably who it is.
Yeah, it's probably
$7,000 and $8,000, but they're not even the whole one. Yeah, there's one literally for $1 million on there. And yes, it is the polka dot fella.
On one of the Macintosh Facebook groups recently, there was somebody that had joined the group and basically had two of them that were parts machines and was selling those. So
that's probably the two that are $7,000 and $8,000 on here.
Oh,
they're
really?
Both parts machines. Yes.
Is it just like a white background? And
Yep.
Okay, then that must be it. I need to get screenshots of that. Are they just listed as LPGA?
Yeah, if you look up Mac JLPGA, it'll pop right up.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put in a best offer.
$1.
Best offer for $1. Actually, the guy or whomever, I'm just saying guy, but whomever posted this was like, "Hey, any idea what these are worth?" And I was like, "It's worth me sending you the cost of shipping and you resting easy at night that they are in good hands."
Plus $500.
Yeah.
So the story of them, they were only made. Were they made by Apple on behalf of? Okay, for the event.
Yeah. Yes, it was just
Yeah, there
a
was like
promotional
less than
thing.
500 of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's not a whole ton of them.
And
that were
all
made.
it is a 170. It's really nothing crazy, right?
No, it's just that it used multicolored things, and there's something about it, and I'm forgetting the detail, but I think the colors, like Benetton or somebody was
Okay.
the
Oh,
sponsor of the JLPGA that year, and so that's why it's that way.
And
Is
all the
that it was
colors.
the Benetton colors?
So it's like the Volkswagen Harlequin, if you are aware. So Volkswagen, as a joke and sort of a tip of the hat to all the different colors you could buy a Mark III in, made a Mark III Golf and
Of all
Jetta
those colors.
of all the
That's cool.
colors.
Yeah, that's very nice.
And depending
like
on what base color you started with, there's different versions. So but most people, like our local dealership got one back in 96 or 97 when they came out, and they put it up on tickets because nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted it, so they when they ticketed it and sold it as or gave it away at a raffle, the person who bought it actually had it painted.
Oh wow.
Which is terrible because they're quite valuable right now. But yes, the VW Harlequin, Chris, check it out. It's a cool rig.
Ron had mentioned needing to get rid of some things. I need to get rid of some things too. There's a lot of things that I've bought or collected that I just will never use. Like I was kind of disappointed with the TAM. I have a fully functional TAM. Like it's had the screen replaced with a brand new screen and everything, but it's like it was okay, but it's very limited. Like I'd like to do more with it, but
the TAM is one of those
extremely
things
limited
that you put in a museum and people go, "Oh, look, a TAM."
Exactly. Yeah, that's
and then
cool.
they move on
And
to something else.
That's what it was. Like I set it up on the desk and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I played a CD on it, and I'm like, "Okay, what else can I do with it?" That's
Nothing. You can't do anything else with it. Actually, I will tell you, the very best TAM is the one that is on the poster that Apple released for the 20th anniversary of the Macintosh. That's it. It's the most functional TAM.
Yeah.
Just a picture on a poster. Because if you got a spot on the wall or something, it covers it perfectly.
It works perfectly. Yeah.
Send me your spreadsheet, Frank. Which spreadsheet? Like all the things?
Of all the things
you're getting rid
all
of.
the things. I gotta update things. Yeah.
Or
because
I think he might also
there's a lot of stuff.
He might mean your PowerPig spreadsheet of all the different computers that it works with.
Could be, yeah. But like that black Mac up there, it's not the TV, it's the Japanese.
It's 5600 or whatever.
Yeah, it's like that's cool, but it's not going to get used. It's going to it works.
But it had the or it included the keyboard and mouse though, right?
No,
wow.
Because I got this for less than $100. I got it for like 80 some bucks shipped. That's the only reason I bought it. It was super cheap, but it does work.
I have that black mouse. Do you remember the black mouse that I had?
Okay.
I got to go get it. It's in a bag, but it's at the other house.
They're hard to find.
It's got like neon paint on it, and it was made by a third party, but it looks like a what's it called? A Nex mouse. But it's
That's
ADB or still ADB. Anyway, I don't know where it came from. I'm trying to remember the name of the company, but it's some sort of mouse joke, like like the mouse tail or the rat tail, some name on it.
You'll have to take a picture. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, it was a peripheral for Mac, but for whatever reason they made it black. I don't know why it's black. And then I wondered, well, maybe it was made specifically for those type of Macs that came out. The TV and the ones that came in black. But I agree with Gutbomb. I prefer the one on Jerry's desk in Seinfeld.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say I've got a LC 580 that I would love to give to a new home because I'd love to bring the 575 home. But I don't have space. So
yeah, he's right. The TAM takes up way less space on a poster. You're absolutely correct.
It does. Packs flat. It's nice.
What I thought was a Mac 128, and it is a 128 case and everything with an upgraded board though.
Okay.
So
like to a plus
cool.
or to a 512.
And it came with an optical mouse with the the grid.
Yep.
That's good
for it. So
yeah,
that's kind of cool, but I'm never gonna use it.
Yeah. But it looks great on a shelf.
Yeah.
That's mine. That's my
I'll
128 over
probably
there on the
take it to
shelf.
work and put it on my desk at work so people can. Oh, an optical mouse. That's cool. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I jokingly was going to set up one of my classics. I'm not sure which one. I was thinking actually maybe the Trash 80 with a printer and use that to make people's passwords and print them out.
Nice.
But then I realized it's an impact printer, so they could just pop the ribbon out and read all the passwords.
Yeah. Whoops. That's something we've had to do at work because we used to print IDs and things like that, and for a very long time they used the Social Security number as the ID number on the card.
Right.
And so they finally, like, when I took over the project, I pointed out, yeah, we probably should not just throw those in the trash.
Yeah.
And so we started like paying a company to shred this dye sublimation printer cartridges for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
but the ID show the serial social insurance number on the ID?
Yeah, it had it on the front of the ID.
Yeah.
This is the 1990s, man. So it was kind of like, you know.
Yeah. Back in the 70s and 80s, you used to put it on your check when you hand it, for identification. And my student account number was my Social Security number. And they posted your grades.
Easy credit and stuff like that changed a lot of that. So when the restrictions on credit and things like that got lifted, and identity theft became more of a real thing, that was kind of a deal. So
I left
the shopping cart at Kroger, I think, once because they insisted on me, putting my Social Security number on the check, and I said, "Well, you can just put these away then."
Yeah.
Went to another store.
Yep.
I like this. Francois says my G5 looks great as a shelf. I agree. G5 make fantastic shelves.
Well, it's like when you used to go to your grandparents' house and the big set-top television didn't work anymore, and they put the newer TV on top of it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, it's a beautiful, because it started as furniture.
Yeah, it's for furniture.
I can't get rid of this furniture.
Do you know how much we paid for this?
And that's 78 record player is still good. That's in it,
Yeah. Or like I have one that I still have. My parents gave it to me when they moved out of their house. It looks just like a sideboard, but it's kind of tall, so it kind of looks like a dresser.
Mm-hmm.
But you lift up the top of it, and it's got a record player on the top. You flip down the front. There's a tape player, an 8-track player, and a radio. And I remember as a child, that was every morning. Dad would turn that on, and we'd be listening to CBC radio news basically every morning. I can hear it coming in over the single mono speaker with AM quality clarity that didn't exist. And it was, so I still have it. But I use it for a stand to put things on.
Yeah. Ours, when I was younger, looked like one of the long dressers where it opened in the center of it.
Yep.
And then it had the radio with the record player and the 8-track. And we used to play 8-track tapes.
Up.
Yeah. Ours did.
Top would flip up.
Yep.
And then the television had doors that you.
Some of if you had the all-in-one unit. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good times. Oh.
So, what are you looking to pick up in 2026?
Did we freeze? Oh, there we go.
No, just Eric.
Just Eric.
Nope, just
Just
me.
you.
My internet.
Just Michigan.
Yeah.
Michigan just disappeared.
Just Michigan.
Yep.
We fell off the map there.
Welcome to Canada.
Well, that's why it's so cold.
You belong to us now.
Oh, thank you.
What are you looking to pick up in 2026, Ryan? Anything cool? Something you're looking for?
Something I'm looking for. Honestly, I'm kind of stoked. Ron's kind of put a bug in my brain or lit a fire under my bottom. I've told the story before. There's a gentleman that we've met. And he's a former CBC radio engineer. Yeah. And he has such a knowledge of how early radio, and especially the input, I guess, of computers into early radio. And with he goes, that goes. So I'm really looking forward to trying to save that this year, especially the little project that he did with the Kim 1 clone or the Sim 2 board. Yeah. I want to know how that worked. I wanted to know the process that he went through, and I want to capture that. And I don't know, just save it for future generations. It might not be. Nobody may care, but I think it's kind of a cool story, and it's neat to see that kind of stuff was happening, especially in my province in 1976, 77 when he first started working on it. I'm looking forward to getting a Kim 1 clone and an Olivetti computer from a guy in Newfoundland. Wow, it's funny. I'm a guy in Newfoundland who has both those things.
You need to do like a Ron style interview with this fella.
Yeah,
that'd be really great.
Yeah,
you should do that.
And he's also got like a teletype that he's given us, this gigantic teletype machine that I'm very excited to put in my classroom. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's a pretty cool old piece. It's got a rotary phone on it, and a punch card puncher or a tape puncher on the side. And it was made by, I'm trying to remember the company, Teletronics, Technotronics.
Techtronic.
The late 1950s, early 1960s. So
I was going to say, if it was Technotronics, that would mean that you were pumping up the jam, I think.
Correct. Right. Pump up the jam. But see, I do that all the time. I put some of my favorite boysenberry on my floor jack, and I just pump it up.
Yes.
Right, because that's how you pump up the jam. Yes. Yeah, and I do have, it's not an Olivetti computer. It's a OSI, Ohio Scientific Instruments, I think. I can't remember.
That sounds about right.
Joe is probably where that will end up because it makes sense. It goes back to Ohio. But it's a very early, like, build-it-yourself computer that I actually have you could get it in the back of Popular Mechanics.
Yeah.
Back in the day, or Popular Electronics, whatever it was called. But it
similar to those heat kit.
Cereal box or something?
Yeah. Technophonics? Telephonics.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's a T logo on the machine.
Yeah. Usagi Electric was messing around with one that had a prior to ASCII standard for the code for it. Yeah.
And then there's a couple of other things that I'd like to pick up. I'm, again, more interested at this point in my collecting, just kind of giving more away. I like seeing people excited about getting stuff from me. I find it fun. I enjoy giving it. I'll tell you one thing I am excited about sending is a package to Ron, because it's been in the back of my car since it arrived at my house.
Yes. I would love that. I can finally get my Loom.
Yes, going. Your Loom. Every time I keep thinking it's like Zoom. Everybody's like, what's in the box? I'm like, it's Zoom. They're like meeting software. I'm like,
yes,
maybe
Zoom beanies.
Yeah, no offense. I got enough Zoom at work.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's exciting, and I'll send that as a late Christmas gift.
Thanks. Let me know. You're piling up the shipping. You better let me know.
You can send something at some point, I'm sure.
Sweet.
We'll do some horse trading. What about you, Frank? Is there anything you're looking forward to getting this year coming, or that you're going to keep your eyes out for?
Yeah, actually, I've been trying to finish out my Amiga collection this year, and I've gotten quite a few things. I finally did get, I think it was last year, I finally did get an Amiga 4000 tower from Scarlett before I'd CUDA, who was on a few of the streams. And I think that was last year, the end of last year, I think it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, day before Christmas, Christmas Eve, they finally delivered my 3000 tower. Awesome. It's working. I got it running here next to me.
Cool.
And I think the only two that I am missing at this point are the Amiga 2500, which was a desktop, which really isn't a huge difference than my 2000 that I have. And then I do not have a regular desktop 4000. I have the 4000 tower, but not the desktop. So those two I'm going to try and pick up this year, so I can finish out, because I have all the other ones, the CDTV, the CD32. I've got quite a few 500s, 1200s, the 2000, 3000, the 1000. And then I started picking up some other stuff. Like I've got the 1200 tower. I just bought a 2088 PC bridge board. I got the full actual upgrade kit that comes boxed from Commodore. So it's got the PC drive, the card, and software that go with it.
Cool.
Very nice.
So I've got that to install in one of my 2000s. One of the things I really want to do this year, and I've set out to do it a few different times, and I just haven't had the time to actually do it, is I want to record a video and get it put up.
Yes,
I did work on an
Lordy.
intro. I got that taken care of like months ago.
Mhm.
So I got everything ready. It's just I got to find the time and find the right thing that I want to do it on for my first video. So really, that's the biggest thing I want to try to get done
feel
this
like
year.
You should build a castle out of your Amigas.
I know. I've got
And then lord over all the Amiga people in your castle.
Yes.
Here's what you should do a video about. You need to track down the person that told the makers of Star Trek 4 that they had to get in line like everybody else to get an Amiga in their movie.
Yes.
You need to track down that person and say, yes, just for the record, how big of a horse's ass do you feel like these days?
Yes.
It's like when they asked the guy about selling his Apple stock, like
Yeah.
30 days in.
Well, yeah. Oh my God, Ronald Wayne.
Yeah.
You'd be a multi-trillionaire.
Oh yeah.
Gosh. So
yeah, that's a
it
story.
It easily could have went any other way.
Yeah.
So you can't
Absolutely.
every
Sure.
decision is a half chance. So
Yeah.
I will say that he makes if you are somebody that feels strongly about, oh gosh, poor Ronald Wayne, go out on eBay. He sells all kinds of stuff that are like autographed, like the original Apple logo that is like hand drawn thing that looks like a wood carving. It's beautiful. He sells autographed copies of all those things. You can absolutely help him live out his golden years in style. $5-10 at a time.
Nice.
He does baseball cards, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Ronald Wayne is doing good. He's doing well.
He's still, you could say, he's probably still in that garage.
Mm-hmm.
Just got an eBay store set up in there now instead of
it's an Etsy store now instead of computers. But yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Supposedly he was at that Bite Shop 50th anniversary thing. There were like quite a few people there. Woz was there. There were lots of people that went to that. So
neat.
That's hilarious. What about you, Eric? What are you looking forward to getting this year? Anything
more knowledge, really.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
I want to hear about stuff.
I'm
Materialism.
looking forward to reducing the amount of stuff.
Is that why you shaved your beard?
Yes.
That's right. Got to start somewhere.
Yeah. No, I have. I got this great Macintosh Plus from Big Bad Biologist that he pimped out.
There's no such thing as a great Macintosh Plus.
Well, he pimped it all out. It's got all the extras. It's got a SCSI in it.
Yeah.
SCSI and I only need one Plus if I need one at all.
That's true.
I've got 5.
One or fewer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to sell them off at BCF, or give them away or whatever.
$20 a pop. Wow, that's great, Eric.
Yeah, really. But that'll be $20 Scottish silver something. So
Gotcha.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about downsizing quite a bit of equipment, and I got a 5-year plan to retire, and when I retire, I'm not going to have the space. So
yeah,
fair enough.
I hear you.
Because Eric's hitting the road in the RV, living the nomadic life.
Yep. I'll have a dumpster for to stay overnight, and
he's already got his website set up for like tracking all of his travels. You can go there right now, www.shtrfll.com. Shitter's full.
Yeah. So I'm going to focus on programming this year, and work on another game.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I like playing. I like doing stuff that my friends are doing.
And Ron, what are you looking forward to getting?
Oh God, Hep C. I don't know.
Getting the hell out of this live
Probably
stream.
not. No, I actually there's a couple things I'd really like to find this year that have been kind of vexing I would say that there's a great game that came out a very long time ago, is released by LucasArts. It's called Secret Weapons of the Luftwaffe.
Yeah,
and
they
made a bunch of expansions for it. I've been looking for some of the expansions. It's tough. Like, nobody seems to have them. There's also another really great game that they released called Their Finest Hour. They made a lot of like really great airplane or flight simulator kind of things back in the day. They released a add-on pack that mostly kind of got released in Europe, it appears. It's called, because that's where most of the popularity for those games was. It's called Their Finest Missions. I would love to find those two games. And then maybe if somebody just happened to have a copy of Labyrinth for the Apple II, the LucasArts game, that'd be really great. That wasn't $4 trillion. And a B-Box. I'm not asking for anything big. Just,
Oh, and how many Apple Ones should I put you down for?
0 or fewer. I will live vicariously through other people.
So if someone gave you one, you would say no.
No, I would probably say something like that absolutely needs to be in like a museum or some sort of educational kind of situation somewhere.
For sure.
It's I think that there are certain things that it's neat that people have them in their personal collections because they have some sort of connection to that.
Right.
Like, it's great that Woz has one probably, or something, but or somebody that was like, oh yeah, I was at a computer club, or it was the member out there in California and bought one directly from Wozniak, and or this belonged to my dad or something. Yeah, I mean, that's all fine, but I mean, I don't understand somebody like me just being like, oh, I've got an Apple One, isn't that so nice? I don't know. What would you do with it?
For sure.
Yeah,
not a lot.
Kind of wouldn't mind building one of the replicas. I feel like I would just assemble one. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah,
there might be a video on one coming out here shortly.
Ooh,
the Apple One replica.
Oh, I thought you bought an actual Apple One.
Oh no, hell no.
Apple One is probably like having a TAM.
Exactly. That's what I was
the
going to
Apple
say.
One,
Exactly.
the original TAM.
You'd turn it on and be like, okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I did it.
Right.
I'm seeing a T-shirt, maybe for Ron or for Joe. It shows the Apple. It shows the Apple One, and then the Apple III, and then the TAM. It shows all the failures.
Well, I don't know that the Apple One was really like
not a failure, but
but it's firsts or something. Kind of weird things. Yeah,
weird things. Yeah.
It would be like it would show like the the
128
like
to the
Apple
12.
It would show like the Apple III, the Newton, the
the video game console that made with Bandai.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Elisa, of course.
The what is it? The
Pippin.
Oh, the Apple Pippin. Yeah, you can get those on Macari and stuff from Japan all the time, new in box.
Yeah,
they pop up all the time.
It's probably a warehouse. Bandai probably has a warehouse that's currently held up, structurally is held up with a bunch of them.
I've seen the Pippin consoles. I've seen a few add-ons. There was extra controllers, and there was something else. There was an add-on that was for it that was for sale Macari as well. But they're new in box ones. But again, there's only so many software titles you're going to find and stuff like that it's not worth getting.
The killer app for it is Marathon.
Right.
Marathon 2
something.
Specifically. I mean, that's it. I mean, and that's okay. And there are better ways to play it.
Right.
So that's sort of like when I see people like chasing the dragon on. I still need my Bebop. Yeah, that's okay. Francois, I know where to pick it up. That's fine. It's 123 France Street.
France Street.
The it's like people that are like chasing the dragon, trying to like get the ultimate pimped out Apple II GS that can run Wolf 3D at like a decent frame rate. It's like don't do that, because there's literally 1,000 other ways to play it better.
Yeah,
that don't require. Yes, I was gonna say that don't require like some crazy thing.
I'm actually kind of interested. I mean, the price point for the Ultimate is a bit high, especially if you're, in this side of the pond and it's being shipped here and it seems expensive. But I kind of like them.
Now, Amiga Bill had a live stream. I don't know if you guys know who that is or not.
Yes.
He had a live stream at 2:00 today, and that was one of the things that he had talked about. And some people made comments about it. Is all of their initial view of it was that it actually was done very well, surprisingly.
Yeah.
They did a really good job of recreating, and I just feel like the price point is just not where it should be.
Well,
I
I
mean,
did
We're
I did
100
expensive to
lower.
make it, but
I
at
did
the
some
same
math.
time,
I did some maths because I had that same thought.
Maths.
Maths. It's very
Maths.
important.
I
So
like that term. Don't
I
get me
do too.
wrong.
It's a good.
Yes.
It's a good term.
Yes.
$299, which is what the Commodore 64 cost when it came out in
Mhm.
1984, 85, whatever it was, or 83, whatever it was,
Fine.
would be about 8.
Yeah.
Sorry, when was it? Was it 80?
I was gonna say 82 final offer. No, I just
was about $800 in today's money.
Mhm.
So $300 in today's money seems okay.
I was going to order a Founders Edition, Chris, because
Yeah.
I thought it was cool as well. And then when I went to check out and it was almost $800, I was like, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Just can't.
The other thing
It's
that
like, it's cool, but I
I
wouldn't use it.
think is neat about them is the fact that you can, and I know there are other ways to do it. You can definitely do it cheaper with the real hardware, but the video out, the fact that somebody who wants to, a streamer wants to play an old Commodore 64
yes.
game, they're not going to spend the time to figure out how to make their old Commodore. They're going to plug it in with the old power supply, blow the thing up, and then they're going to go, well, that was a waste of $200.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And like Sean from Action Retro pointed out, if you add up all the things that it does and you had to buy those peripherals,
Yes.
you're looking at about $800, including the
Oh,
Commodore.
it's
Makes
just
a good point. Yeah.
it's one of those things where if you're hardcore into Commodore 64,
Mhm.
then great, this is for you. But for one of us people that are like, yeah, I want to check it out, that's kind of cool, and then it sits on your shelf, it's like, well,
I've got 2 of them.
yeah.
And
I've got a bunch of Commodore 64s.
the flash things so I can load stuff up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll get around to it, but
But as somebody who's killed 2 Commodore 64s with bad power supplies,
I cobbled one together out a couple of wall warts.
Power Pig's coming.
I know Power Pig's coming.
C64 is one of the supported
But like
platforms.
if you had to buy the print, one of the other power supplies, you can get them on Etsy, you can get them on Amazon, but Amazon is just resell, or the person selling them on Amazon is just selling them through Etsy. They're about $110 by the time they land in Newfoundland, which is a lot of money for a power supply. That's
right, which is you can buy a couple of
power breaks,
used power warts, wall warts, and just wire it together yourself, which is what I did.
Right.
In fact, I took the end off of a bad power supply and reused the connector.
Right.
So,
and that's something
cost me $5 altogether.
Right. And that's something I would do, or get a Power Pig like
from jcm-1.com.
Yeah, that's
right.
True.
Yeah, so that's probably what I will do, because like I said, I've been killing them, and then we won't talk about my SX64, which is let out the magic smoke last convention, and then shuttered off this mortal coil. I don't know what's wrong with it.
I will do some hardware next year because my wife bought me this for Christmas.
Ooh,
that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. An oscilloscope.
And I don't know how to use the silly-scope.
How funny is it?
It's very silly. It's very silly. It's got 4 silly probes.
Gotcha. No, I just really want to. I want it when it turns on to be a gif of Joe Pesci. Funny how?
Yeah.
Do I amuse you?
I've got that Apple IIc that Frank sent me, and it has artifacts on the screen when you boot it up. So I think there's bad RAM.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I have more
how to fix it. Sorry.
I said I have more 2Cs on the shelf. So like,
well, this gives me a project.
Let me know. I'll send you.
So talking about RAM before we finish tonight, today, what is the deal with the cost of RAM?
What is the
artificial
deal?
Inflation?
No, artificial
I bought some reasonably priced
inflation.
RAM 2 weeks ago. Of course, it was DDR3.
Right.
How do we sell RAM at a higher price? Oh, we just say we're not going to make it.
Well,
no, you promise RAM
the
future, and that raises the price.
Yeah, and
because it's for all the data centers they haven't built yet that are planned.
Yeah,
that nobody's given any money for yet.
They need RAM.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, like we were talking in one of my other groups about the fact like Dell is now defaulting to 8 gigs of RAM on new builds. They were previously defaulting to 16. Now it's 8 gigs, and if you want to add another 8, it's astronomically expensive on a pre-built. And even buying it, like I my suppliers that I deal with in the used off lease market, they are currently like cannibalizing 1 to 2 year off lease machines for the RAM. It is more valuable for them to strip out the 8 and 16 gig strips of DDR5 or DDR4 and sell them as used RAM than it is for them to sell the whole machine.
I
Which
feel
is
like
wild.
this is completely coordinated effort here.
No, I think with Micron pulling out of the market, it's it's like when Nvidia inevitably is going to say we're not making gaming cards anymore.
Well,
That's
what's
control
hilarious,
everything.
and you know how bad it is when any pre-built computers that you look to buy online now offer the option of no RAM.
Yes,
You can buy it with no RAM.
Yeah, save money.
Yeah, because they're like, we're going to sell a lot less computers if we don't give them the option of buying everything but the RAM.
Yeah.
So
And
that
the
is an
other-
option now.
Well, and they were also talking about like if you're buying a pre-built, or not even a pre-built, but you're buying a kit to build yourself.
Yeah.
Just the pricing when they add the RAM to the, like, before Christmas they were like, oh, you get a pre-built computer here, for $599. As soon as they add the RAM, now it's like $800 to $1,000.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, that doesn't look good. We'll just not sell it with RAM, and people will be stupid and buy it and then go.
Yeah, I'm glad I did not upgrade this machine or buy a new one. It's my hand-me-down from my eldest daughter.
Perfect.
And it's got DDR3 in it, and I was able to get 16 gigabytes for $100 of new RAM. So
yeah,
DDR4 hasn't really taken a huge. I mean, it has jumped, but it's not as bad as 5. 5 is just out to lunch.
Yeah.
But time shall tell. I'm interested to see where it all. Well, like people were saying, well, what's going to stop it from happening? It's like, well, 2027, they said that it'll probably slow down. It'll either be due to hopefully an AI bubble burst. That doesn't fix it. It'll be just a slowdown of AI adoption.
There's 3 bubbles that are going on, and the one that is going to catch up with them, because all new technologies have that. We're still trying to figure out how to use it and where we're going to make the profit and all that kind of stuff. But it's going to be, it'll be useful, but it'll be limitedly useful. It's not going to replace everything, all that kind of stuff. And that bubble will be more of a soft landing, I think, because a company that you're working for isn't going to lose money if they don't use it. It's only if you're investing in one of these centers and building it out and trying to sell those services that you're going to lose money. Yeah. So any company that's using AI could just pivot and say, okay, we just won't use it.
Right. And well, like Chris is saying, he's currently using it effectively at a tech company, and that's great. There is no value there yet. They have yet to figure out how to make money, essentially a lot of money, from AI, because they're paying basically these astronomical prices for power, for bandwidth, for
that's
hardware. That's what's going to burst. It's the people providing the service. The companies using it aren't going to burst. They're just going to go, my whatever, my Sora or my OneCloud or what is it called? The Copilot
it'll be at a discount because they'll still, want to sell it.
What kills me is the as a service thing. HP's jumping on the bandwagon. They straight out said, yes, we want to make all printing a service.
Yes.
You pay a fee to us, and there you go.
They've been doing, but they've been hitting at that for years. I have a little, like, I know it's my tinfoil hat on. I have a feeling that HP has a piece of software somewhere in the bug in somewhere in their software that when their stock prices go down, all the printers calibrate. So they waste just a little bit more ink.
That wouldn't surprise me either. AI hasn't helped me yet at my IT company. There you go.
I use it fairly regularly for certain things, but it's not like if it disappeared tomorrow, I'd be like, oh, well, there you go. I'm out of business.
I've done a little bit of stuff where, I had a procedure document that was written in a particular style, and we needed to have user stories based on it. Right. Or use case scenarios. And I said, hey, can you take this and create user stories from it? And it did a half decent job and saved me a couple of hours of effort because then I just edited it. That makes sense. But
my whole thing is take file 1 and file 2 and concatenate these two things. Perfect for that. Or write a script that does these things. Perfect for that, because all it's doing is going out to Expert Exchange and looking up how you do it.
It's a search engine.
It's fine. Yes, it's the search engine part of it. Very handy. I will say that the part where it's like make a picture of a thing that steals from actual human artists.
Yeah,
right.
Or you make a voiceover for this YouTube channel so that I can basically just like come up with images and write a script that does this, then take the script and use an AI voice and then edit the whole thing together and make it where for some reason it just like plays and then ends. I think so. If you're ever like curious about like, am I watching, is this thing like generative AI, some YouTube video? Just listen to how they talk.
I'm confused. How do we always end up talking about LTT?
Yeah, I don't know.
Somehow the stream always goes to that.
Hey.
For some reason, that when you're describing that, Ron, that in my mind is what pops up. Places like that just pump out strictly content, like literal content.
I would argue, to again, fellow Canadian, I'll have to come to their they are one of the people that don't like. They actually still have writers. But there are a lot of YouTube channels now that are getting rid of their writers because they are using AI.
There's a lot of slop content that's just, read this story and make up this, whatever.
Yeah.
One of the things I am happy about, Agatha Christie's first Miss Marple book is now out of copyright.
Oh,
nice. It will be January 1st.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's going to be some material that people can
erotic crossover of Miss Marple and Perrault
can
finally move forward.
And zombies,
and Mr. Right? and Winnie the Pooh. It's going to be
old Winnie the Pooh, the original Goofy before he was named Goofy the dog. Stuff like that.
It's wild how copyrights work. It's wild that people are still alive that like saw that IP grow.
I don't understand how Goofy is a dog and Pluto's a dog, but Pluto is Goofy's dog.
No,
that's always been extremely confusing for me.
Well,
even then, I don't understand why one is one way and one's another.
It's
because it's this right here, because there are literally YouTube channels that are now dedicated to this idea that you can create a hot 20-something lady influencer and just make money every month.
Yeah, is that the old Japanese guy who pretended to be a young and used AI to make a fake? Okay.
There's lots of people that are doing that because it's basically this whole thing where you used to political people would pay like rabble rouser kind of people to go out and do stuff for them. Now you can just do it with AI. And I mean, and on your YouTube comments, it's very easy nowadays to just be like, this is very no human would stack books like this, Ray. It's no human talks like this. Like, so you can just delete those comments and all that type of stuff.
It's more about volume. They can produce hundreds of videos a day, whereas somebody who's doing a video on researching history or something might take 6 months to put it together. So there are channels that are just cranking out slop like that.
Yeah.
And it's hurting the people that do put the time and effort into creating stuff.
The big area content. Yeah, the big area it's really hurting is in history stuff. Because it's very easy to just go out and get a whole bunch of photos, have AI generate a script, it's like, look at the Wikipedia article for this battle in the Civil War. And here's some photos and make a video that's Ken Burns style and use this for a voiceover. And they don't even, and I'm not saying this to be discriminatory. It's not native English speakers that are doing this, because if anybody that spoke native English were to listen to these things, they would realize that pronunciations are incorrect and intonation is incorrect on these things.
Yeah.
So this is largely people in other places that are just like kind of just cranking out as much possible generative AI content as they can and just throwing it out there, because it's all throwaway. You just have to, you got to make as much money as you can in the first 48 hours, and then it's going to get buried once people realize that it's nonsense. There was some video that Dana put on the other day, and I was like, we have to turn this off immediately. And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, because you just have to listen to the voice. Just leave it on for another minute, but just listen to the voice. Do any humans speak like this? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it does sound strange. I said, yes, this is just somebody. I said, it's some channel with like, this video has got 4 million gamed views on it. And it's some channel that has nothing but content like this. There's no humans involved, nothing. It's garbage. I just go out there and I'm like, beep, beep, do not recommend this channel.
Yeah.
So it's out of my thing.
And there's a huge audience of people that just want noise in the background, and they'll do it. They'll watch it because it's there.
I watched a video this week from Brew. I don't know if you watch Brew. Brew is they're not a generative. They write their own stories. They're like investigative research, a lot of true crime, that kind of stuff. But they found out that a lot of their stories they were doing were being taken and used on Medium. So somebody was taking their videos, taking the transcript, the auto transcripts, or having an AI watch the video, pulling the content, and then tweaking it and posting it on Medium and getting paid for it. So they actually had this entire basic setup, and then they found there were other bigger channels as well having the same thing done to them. Which was and nobody was the wiser until someone pointed it out. So, and it's been going on for years apparently. And because Medium is a paywall, you have to pay to be in it. A lot of people didn't realize it was only until some of their videos became free Medium articles that people caught on.
Something really great that, because I did that Citizen Academy here for my town, and one of the things that we did is we went to the police department. We got to talk to the chief of police, and they were showing us all their technology and things like that. And something that he brought up, and I didn't really think about a lot at the time, is that he was talking about the prevalence of people making FOI requests on body cam footage. And he's like, people, and it's not, and the way he said it was, not even people around here. Everybody's just wanting to see all this stuff. And so, you have to request that stuff. But he's like, oh, there's like a 6 month backlog on doing requests, because people will be basically like, I want to see everything that such and such an officer did from this date to this date or whatever. And it turns out
YouTube channels
that there are people out there that are just getting the body cam footage so that they can throw it into like a generative AI thing that will do those automated. So anytime you watch a channel that has the thing where like the subtitles pop up and stuff, and you'll notice how like it's got the ums and ahs and misspellings, or it'll be like they went over there, THEIR. And things like that. It's because they've just taken the video and they just threw it in like a generative AI thing that's just nobody double checked anything. It was just like as quick as it could go out and generate it. Just fire and forget.
It's a brand new world. We've come a long way since Fred Astaire dancing with a vacuum cleaner.
Right.
Or
that didn't happen. That was like the moon landing. That was faked.
Yeah. I was going to say Paula Abdul and DJ Scat Cat.
Along with what Ron was talking about, you see all the time, especially like TikTok and things, where people commenting about police body cam footage and stuff. So I feel like that happens a lot in all areas now across the US, where people are just requesting stuff that doesn't even pertain to them. They just want the footage to get content to make money.
Yes. These channels
at the expense of others.
Millions of views.
They're at the expense of others.
Hundreds of dollars a day in ad revenue.
Yep.
And I would say it's probably similar for freedom of information for a lot of crime, like looking to see case files and stuff. I'm sure there are a lot of requests to see that kind of documentation to create stories based on real crime.
Yeah, it absolutely gets in the way of legitimate police work. It absolutely gets in the way. I'm not saying that FOI that there's FOI. I mean, people should have a right to know, but you probably should have some connection to whatever this thing is that occurred.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
Like
Shouldn't
you're a news organization, you could probably request those things.
Shouldn't there be some sort of like, you can have this, but you can't use it for monetary gain?
No,
it's public.
It's public. So there is a cost for them to to deliver it.
Yes.
But it's not excessive. And if you're going to make hundreds of dollars off of it, then
I keep hearing strange noises outside my door. Anyway, Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Cool. Well, we're at an hour and 31 minutes, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I feel like we've kind of reached the natural conclusion.
We've solved all the world's problems.
We did the thing.
We did the thing. So, are there any more pearls of wisdom or things you want to discuss this evening?
Yeah.
Not that I've got.
I would say Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas.
Yes, wherever it is your family does, even if it's nothing, which is totally valid and fine. I hope that your 2025 went okay, all things considered. I hope your 2026 goes better.
Yep. And here's to 2028. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
We'll see you all later.
It's 10 o'clock.